Sometimes you can have a plan which seems great, then the opposition wins a clutch to change the outcome. Or a total failure where the other team anticipates exactly what you're doing and reads you like a book. The first example I would like to show today is against Sashi during a recent online qualifier on the map Vertigo. So I'd like to have a look at how Sashi play their anti-eco rounds on the CT side. They opt to go for a more unorthodox approach of playing a 1-1-3 default with a heavy A focus, looking to get info and fight. At middle the responsibility is simple. Block there, make sure no one pushes, and then be ready to support B later on. And at the B side, throw some melee utility and fall back, and they will have a lot of trust in him holding this position. A more traditional way of playing these anti-ecos is a 2-1-2 default, where the AWP player will start A, throw smoke, and rotate towards middle to take the elevated position. This way he's able to keep more connected with the two B players. And towards B, their job is usually simple. Defend a B hit, with the second B player being ready to come middle if the AWP player requires assistance. This way the whole team is very connected and the rotates are very simple. However for Sashi, they prefer to take the A information and rotate later when they have more control. Seeing this unusual approach and knowing just how difficult that B bomb site is to defend, we're going to make a very simple plan. Rush B. And we're going to make a small addition. A smoke from spawn from Slend is going to isolate their window player when he does eventually rotate, and in the meantime we will chase down the B player, hopefully take his gun and get a bomb plant, putting us in a situation, hopefully in a 4v4, where we can potentially win the round. So that's the plan. What could possibly go wrong? Well, unfortunately we are going a little bit into the unknown here, as having watched previous Sashi demos, we have yet to see a team actually rush B against them, and so we have no idea what their contingency is. In this situation, it just so happens that after an early B nade to soften us down, Quez then responds by putting a fast Molotov at our feet, and flashbangs coming from middle from the fast responsive CTs means that a separated defense is suddenly as well connected as it can be. And our basic plan of being a group and hitting them together quickly becomes separated. This could have been fixed. There was an individual mistake in here to not smoke their Molotov, meaning we were more disconnected, and as a result we ate the flashbangs. However, when we go into the bomb site, our simple plan is now a disaster, as we end up split as much as possible and the CTs fighting together. This is a contingency that we could not know about, and in this situation, Sashi played it perfectly. And now our plan is left in tatters. So how did we adjust from this scenario? Well, in round 7 we found ourselves in the same money situation, and the change we made was simple. This time, rather than rush in, we'll go slower and look to take an isolated duel on their solo B defender, knowing they will most likely play the same way as last time. This works out and we get the entry, and from there, we will wait and prepare a full B execute, knowing that they will most likely transition into a 1-1-2 setup. The reason that this slower approach works is that after losing their main B player, the rotator will most likely play from afar because he will not want to risk getting caught out in the open whilst moving. This distance allows us to easily cut him off completely and capture the site. After we get the bomb plant, they are very fast to realise that the extent of our advantage and decide to save. This was a reasonable decision from them, as we had our Tech 9s ready to take close range duels with the bomb ticking every second. The odds were not in their favour. For our second example, we will look at what turned out to be a decisive last chance qualified game at the most recent RMR against Guild Eagles. Guild Eagles and Mirage were a team who loved to dominate middle, and had many different ways to do so. We anticipate that the game will be won or lost based on how we react to their relentless mid aggression, and how we will play to our strengths on this map and play without contesting middle heavily. As you can see, the ability to see a bird's eye view of the game like this is very useful. It makes it significantly easier to level up your understanding of the game. That is why I am pleased to introduce you to this video's sponsor, Stratbase, whose map overview you have been looking at just now. Stratbase is the ultimate toolbox for competitive CS2. They also offer a custom strat editor to help your team organise all of your strats, 2D demo viewer, and the largest database of grenade lineups in existence. Watching player POVs often doesn't tell the full picture of player decision making, as you often can't tell what signal on the map led to their decision. Being able to see the whole map on their 2D viewer allows you to see truly why a certain player reacted like they did. The demo viewer also fully links into their nade database. So if you see an interesting smoke on the demo, you can often just click it to view the lineup. You can also stack multiple demos on top of each other, which is useful for identifying tendencies. Sign up as a team or as an individual and get full use of both the nade database and 2D viewer. Use code ASH at checkout for 50% off your first month at stratbase.app/ASH. Our assistant coach, IMD, noticed a failure from the Guild Eagles to properly check the early short boost. And this, coupled with their preference to take middle quickly, presents us with an opportunity to hurt their confidence in their usual game plan. This is a rare minor anti-strat moment where there is no real flaw in the plan of Guild Eagles, but more of a technical one. When coming into middle quickly, there are many angles to worry about. And now especially in CS2, where it's very common for the CTs to break the smokes with a HE grenade to try and take an early kill. Because of this, small details are often forgotten, and so a fast shot boost combined with the invitation for Guild Eagles to take space provides this opportunity. For insurance, we will also add a second player next to the shot boost to hold the bench position, in case they do not play as expected, so we still have a basic contingency. An added layer to the plan is that we place A-Core in a surprise position on the A bomb site, as we anticipate them reacting through connector after seeing 2 players on the shot position, which in theory presents him with a high chance of multi-fragging on top of the shot setup, where we anticipate going at least 2 for 1 or taking 1 kill and falling back together. But how did it play out? The plan with this shot boost works perfectly, with Isaac taking a free kill. However, Kios makes a mistake in continuing to fight whilst Isaac resets to the B bomb site, meaning he is picked off and the numbers are equalised. After an opportunistic play from Regon placed to our favour, the Guild Eagles react exactly as we anticipated, and with them expecting a third player on B, they look to exploit a potential gap at A. But as when Flatros stays quietly in the ladder room, and we only hear 2 coming up the connector, A-Core patiently waits on A for a lurk that is never coming, and completely misses his timing to make a multi-kill. And when he does eventually decide to peek out, he walks straight into the crosshair of Synopsy, and we go on to lose the 3v3. Sometimes the plan doesn't always work out as anticipated, and from here, the Guild Eagles do what they do best at LAN and build up a hyped up 8-round winning combination, putting us on the verge of losing the map on the favourable CT side. The game is now out of control, and a team that thrives in chaos has now achieved a chaotic game environment. In another key buy round, Synopsy finds himself in the window position only 30 seconds in, and then again 2 rounds later he's boosted into the same position. We attempt to make some on-the-fly adjustments to salvage the situation, but they lack teamwork, and our solo plays are easily picked off or traded favourably by the Ts. So what can we do to adapt? On the 10th round of the game, I decide we should take our second of 3 tack pauses to talk about what we can try and do to steal away a few more rounds, and at least give ourselves a chance. We are not winning our duels. Our solo plays are not working, and so, for the first time this game, we will do what we haven't done at all so far, and that is, we will contest middle heavily as a team. We have played this game only towards the bomb sites and tried to outplay Guild Eagles in the middle of the round, but they are taking middle so quickly that everything we do feels obvious and off-tempo. Now we need to play them at their own game. And so, for the next 2 rounds, we will fight them in middle as a team to make sure we can at least have this map information and hopefully catch them by surprise. After all, why would a team lacking in confidence make the decision to bring the fight to them? The adjustment works out, and we end the half with a meagre but salvageable 4-8 scoreline on the CT side of Mirage. We gave ourselves a small chance, and in the second half, Snack scores a great game, and as a team we make some huge plays to make an unlikely comeback a reality, in a game which ultimately decided who attended the Copenhagen Major. And sometimes all it takes is a strong mentality that you can always bring back a game, and some minor adjustments to find success even when failure seems inevitable. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, then please consider subscribing.